Okay. Next. Scroll stand. Configuration of the rabbit. Ooh. What do I need for the configuration of the rabbit? Small stone globe. Dragon etchings. Wait. You stumble across an obscure diagram that seems to indicate a configuration for a machine. A small stone with medical runes surrounding it seems to be a key component. The rest of the diagram shows a connection between some sort of lightning enshrouded globe held by a mechanical arm. That sounds like the conductor, which seems linked to a pagoda or pyramid-topped machine belching smoke. That's the claptrap smokestack, which in turn seems connected to a series of large gears. Yeah, that's the gears. The diagram has a series of dragon etchings in the corner. Whether or not they're related is hard to say. But wait, what do I put into it? What's the fuel? I'll read that more carefully later. Scroll stand. The undeniable fire. Of all threats the young Jade Empire faced, the greatest was the barbarian warlord Zhang Sai. Titled The Tree That Defies the Fire, Zhang Sai managed to organize the barbaric horse lords into an efficient and deadly machine of warfare, conquering much of the lands of the west and north of the empire before coming to bear on the borders of the Jade Empire itself. Zhang Sai, whose savagery denied even the Great Wall built to keep his people out, led his hungry, maddened people to attack our fledgling empire in a rabid attempt to destroy all that would become our advanced and prosperous civilization. So vicious and deadly was Zhang Sai's attack was it roused the insular spirit monks from their temple in the land of howling spirits to come to the empire's aid. Left unconquered by the devouring horse lord army, the monks of Dirge stood alongside the empire, and in a great battle, recounted by sages, playwrights, and scholars around the known world, laid waste to Zhang Sai and his ravenous army of wild bowmen. With the help of the monks from Dirge, the empire finally burned down the tree that defies the fire, and our glorious land has never since faced so deadly a foe. Okay. The Way of the Lotus. Many acolytes misinterpret the tenets of the Lotus Assassin Order. Stated simply, there are no tenets save one: obedience. Some believe we preach strength over all, but one must be strong to even considered for recruitment. We are assassins, not monks. Our order does not teach as much as act. Leave the teachings to the scholars in their wasteful garden. Our mandate is to serve the will of the Emperor through Death's Hand and Grand Inquisitor Jia. Because they demand strength, we give them strength. Because they demand cunning, we give them cunning. Most of all, they demand obedience, and so we give them obedience. To do otherwise would be a spit in the eyes of those who hold our spirits in their hands. Acolytes may create philosophical justifications for the lives they have chosen, but in the end our master's wills are the only truth and the only law we serve. Alright. Anything else in here? No, I can finally move on to the next room.
I have no time for you, Acolyte. I focus every thought on the Emperor's glorious golem army.
Alright.
I am devoted to Death's Hand alone.
Alright, what's with the arrow above your head, bub?
I gave you an order, Acolyte. Go spill your new blood on those ghosts while I get some real assassins in here.
Some real assassins? Huh. Psh. Nothing? Really? Oh my gosh, somebody beat me to loots. Keep bothering me, you won't survive being an acolyte. Your spirit could power a golem as well as any slave. Yeah, if you can get to it. If you survive your training, then you can go speak to me. Idle chatter will not delay production of the golems. Where should I go first? Should I go... Attendant Kaifeng. Attendant Kitan. Okay, I'm just gonna talk to each of these one by one.
Another of Gong's weakling acolytes headed to the slaughter. How many have the ghosts killed so far?
11, 12, does it matter? Worthless as one, worthless as a group.
Go on, then. Let's see how you fare. We'll need to sluice the blood out of there by the time they manage to destroy those ghosts.
Okay. What's in here? Oh, ghosts. Come on, Sky, you got this. Come on, Iron Palm. Don't fail me now. That's what I thought.
Stone Mortar.
Come on, Stone and Mortar. Maybe not so.
Iron Paw.
There we go. I need more space. There we go. Come on, die already. Or get destroyed or whatever. There we go. Apparently we are killing spirits in here, not just humans. My bad. Okay. An inactive clay golem. An inactive clay golem. Alright, alright, alright. Where should I go? I just came from here, I think. So, logically, I should try to go in here. Soul Extractor room. This sturdy door cannot be opened at this time. Soul Extractor room. Alright, so this is where they make the golems. They mold the golems.
I have been separated to reflect on my devotion.
If Master Gong hadn't shown you such favoritism, you wouldn't have gotten anywhere.
Oh, really? I don't think favoritism had anything to do with it, buddy. And the golem press room. This sturdy door cannot be opened at this time. Okay, okay, fine. We are gonna railroad ourselves into this. Wait, can I not go in? Really?
Ghosts are mindless. I see no real skill in defeating them.
Yes, certainly. Against a real opponent, there would be no doubt of the outcome.
Slink back to Master Gong. We answer to Master Shin, and if you are lucky, this is the last time you will see us.
Alright. I guess we're going back to Master Gong.
You live? And the ghosts are gone? Well, I did not expect this. It would seem that I have a competent acolyte for once. Interesting.
Told you so.
Recruits are rarely of use before we strip them of their outside identities, but you beg a more interesting application. Could you be the one I have waited for?
I am no mere student. I earned my place here.
Your duties would normally include a period of deprivation in a cell until every hint of self and identity was stripped away. It is a draining, brutal awakening. I need a favored protege, someone willing to risk everything in my service. I will preserve your intellect, allow your inventive mind to remain, in exchange for 2 tasks.
Alright, I'm listening.
One is your duty anyway. The other is something to secure your future at the heart of the Assassins. Lotus Acolytes are utterly expendable. You deserve better.
You speak as if I have a choice. You can order what you want.
Ah, that is true. I like that you do not suffer formality. I have struggled under the weight of the same thing from others myself. You must operate the soul extractor, past the room where you fought the ghosts. In the coming weeks, you will help swell the ranks of the Empire's glorious golem army.
The soul extractor.
Golems are fueled by the souls of the dead. The recently dead, it turns out, make far more obedient and powerful golems, especially if brutally killed. We no longer mind the necropolis for souls that linger near their resting place. We butcher slaves instead, and extract their souls into spirit shards.
How nice.
Tonight we require a shard of exceptional quality for a Jade golem that will control the latest battalion of golems. You will oversee this in the extraction chamber.
Oh boy. And a simple matter. What else?
You clearly deserve better than the short life of the regular acolyte. Your ability surprised me. Use it to surprise the others as well. Help me gain the power to help you. Kill Master Shin, my superior.
Really? This sounds so Sith. Sounds like such a Sith thing to do. You wish me to take the blame for such an act?
No. Losing an exceptionally talented servant like you is of no benefit to me. Even if acolytes are expendable, they die often in the machinations between masters.
Another manipulator that will not stand on his own. But we need to get close to the assassins. Humor him.
The politics of the Lotus Assassin Order are complicated. It's all right if murder is suspected, so long as it appears deserved because of incompetence.
Yes. I can see how that would make sense to you. I wouldn't say this. I'm trying not to blow my cover. And how do I go about doing that?
That is your task to figure out, Acolyte. This is a dangerous place. Find a way for him to have an accident that disgraces him. I, of course, must not be implicated. Talk to my acolytes at their stations in the Golem press room and the Soul Extractor. These are dangerous machines. Find a sharp corner Shin can crack his temple on. Return to me when you have an idea for an appropriate accident. I don't care what it is, as long as there is a corpse for me to gloat over in the end.
I have some questions, Master Gong.
Proceed, but do not waste my time.
I'll waste your time if I want to. Whatever, I do what I want. I want to ask about golems and shards.
I will hear you.
What are spirit shards, and are they similar to essence gems?
Shards infuse the golems with life. Souls are extracted from the vessel that holds them, whether a corpse or a slave, and sealed within a crystal shard. The more recent and brutal the death, the more effective the golem. Our soul extraction process is deliberately painful.
Charming.
Essence gems are trinkets that can focus minimal amounts of chi. There are very few people who can make use of them effectively.
What is so important about the Jade golem?
Golems are utterly obedient, but that does not mean that they are always easy to control. In great numbers, there can be discord. Jade golems are infused with spirit shards made of multiple souls. They are highly ordered servants, and they serve as pacifiers for the other golems. One or two golems can be controlled by will alone, but an army requires these Jade intermediaries to maintain order. Such numbers are dangerous without a lieutenant.
How about a captain? How many golems have been produced?
I do not know. Hundreds? More? Many are here, waiting for a Jade golem to command them. In the end, we will replace the weaklings of the Imperial Army entirely. Imagine it, Acolyte. An army of loyal, nearly indestructible golems, dedicated to enforcing the will of the Emperor under Death's hand. A beautiful sight.
If you say so. Let's go back to my other questions.
Proceed, but do not waste my time.
Tell me about Master Shin.
You already know enough about him. He is insufferable, concerned only about his own advancement. He sabotages my efforts at every turn.
Wouldn't you do the same thing if you were him?
When he is gone, I will ascend in rank, and I will reward acolytes that are loyal to me. Perhaps I will even introduce you to Grand Inquisitor Gia in the heart of the fortress.
I spoke with the Keeper of the Archive about you.
Stop right there, acolyte. I am well aware of what that Lotus Expositioner records. Rumors and lies routinely turned over to Grand Inquisitor Gia. If you wish to remain more than a footnote in her pages, you will not speak to me again about her. The old fool will see my potential, and you will help me.
Let's go back to my other questions then.
Proceed.
Touchy. Alright, goodbye for now.
Remember your tasks, acolyte. Create a spirit shard in the extraction chamber for the Jade Golem, and find a creative way to kill and disgrace Master Shin.
A creative way to kill.
You can also seek training from acolyte trainer Guan. I'm sure you are her superior, but she might have something of use to you.
Trader Guang. Which one is Trader Guang again? Oh, over there. Alright, Guang.
An acolyte of Gong's, So am I. Let's identify what training you need by sparring for a short time. Let's keep it non-lethal for now. You'll find you have enough enemies in this place. We acolytes are utterly expendable.
So I've been told. Very well, let's spar.
Good. Remember, no killing blows. I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to practice those later.
Oh, no killing blows. Fine. I'm just gonna smack you around.
I'm too much for you!
No killing blows. Hey, well... Alright, well, I mean... She's pretty close to getting knocked out. I'm gonna smack one more time.
Well, you would appear to have more than a passing knowledge of combat. I could almost see some kind of flaw, but I was clearly outclassed.
Yes, you were. I knew this acolyte was something special, but I didn't think my trainer would be made to look like a fool. You, new blood, you will be the trainer now. When I am promoted, you will train all my acolytes.
Me?
You. Assist him if you can even do that.
It would seem that you have taken over my duties. I will still serve as an advisor, as Master Gong ordered. There are techniques I can share.
I have to stay undercover, guys. I can't apologize. You weren't much of a trainer. I'll be far better.
In truth, I did not like being a trainer. Life for any of Master Gong's acolytes is rough and short, but especially so for trainers. Master Shin sees to that.
So I did you a favor.
My duties, your duties now, include training Master Shin's personal entourage. In the past, if a trainer was too good, Shin had that trainer killed to keep Gong weak. I think one member of his entourage is a full Lotus Assassin. I have survived by appearing unimportant and staying out of the fight between Gong and Shin.
I have access to Shin's personal entourage?
You are supposed to train the attendants in his entourage. Some need it, but if you seem too skilled, your next fight will be against the hidden Lotus Assassin. Besides, it wouldn't weaken Shin for long. I suppose he would be alone and more vulnerable if he had to fight right away, but he will replace them in time.
Would there be an outcry if one of Shin's entourage, I don't know, died during training?
Accidents happen, and even the attendants in his entourage are just acolytes, and therefore are utterly expendable. There would not be much fuss.
I didn't expect there to be.
However, you would probably find yourself training the hidden Lotus Assassin in the next bout. Any skilled acolytes under Gong are quickly disposed of.
Who am I supposed to train?
You're in a hurry to make enemies, aren't you? Very well. Master Shin has a new attendant in his entourage who's supposed to be trained. Attendant Keaton. She is replacing one of the acolytes who did not return from Tien's Landing.
Hmm.
There was no explanation. I assume he was weak and was discarded. You can find her and all of the other attendants by the doors to the inner chambers. They wait there for when Shin leaves to inspect new slave shipments.
How did you come to join the Assassins?
I showed my ability in the arena, and when I asked, their recruiter agreed. I have only one skill, and this was the best place to exploit it.
What ability do you mean?
Combat. Killing. The army was too strict. The arena too tame. Here, when they want an enemy destroyed, that enemy is destroyed. Sometimes family and all.
Wow.
We are all here for one reason, and that includes you. We are killers, plain and simple. There are no Lotus Assassins with hearts of gold.
And what training services can you provide?
I have learned a number of techniques.
Spill it. Ooh. Fearsome Visage. Intimidation +3, charm -1. Training as a Lotus Assassin takes its toll. A Lotus Assassin sometimes literally deforms himself to present a more disturbing visage to his opponents. I'm not going to use Intimidation. Deadened Nerves. Chi. Ooh. Chi +10, focus -3. Chi +15, focus +5. Wow. Eye of the Inner Darkness. Looking out from the void inside, the place in which the spirit resides is a person's inner eye. A person at peace with their inner self gains greater power and strength of mind from his eye. Nice. Gem of Mastery. Okay. I kind of like this Inner Darkness. Yes. And do I want to spend all the rest of my money here? Oh, so hard to choose. Chi +10, focus -3. Yeah. Let's buy the Deadened Nerves. And why not the Widowed Abyss? Why not? I don't use Intimidation and Charm, so I mean I don't use Intimidation, so that wouldn't do much for me. So find a way to kill and disgrace Master Shin. Do you have anything to say?
How can I assist?
I guess not.
Goodbye. I'll say this. If you are going to try and fight them, hold nothing back. They will be trying to kill you.
Okay. Okay. So I need to talk to some of these people here. I think. Talk to... Master Gong wants you to help construct a spirit shard in the soul extraction chamber for the new Lieutenant Jade Golem. There has to be a way to fulfill your duties without making the golem armies of the Lotus Assassins stronger. They will remain your enemy no matter what you learn here. Okay. Alright. Here we are. Sue?
You approach the soul extractor. The assassins want you to create a spirit shard, to crush a life to power a golem puppet. They are very efficient in their brutality now. It wasn't always like this. Fear used to be the primary tactic. Destroy the family of one to ensure the loyalty of all. It caused chaos, uprisings, close allies turning on each other. Those inclined to betrayal fear it the most. Imagine if you could corrupt the machine and return the chaos of disloyalty the Emperor dreads.
Can I ruin their plans and get what I need?
No matter your motives, helping the assassins harms you. If you corrupt the spirit shard, you can move forward while also crippling their golems. They seek control. There used to be a chance to disobey when the order given was too harsh. The victims pointlessly innocent. Now there is only obedience. There is something chaotic enough to disrupt that. In the elevator room to come, Descend to the deepest mine, to the oldest graves.
What thing will disrupt them? What do you mean?
Just go. The thieves await you. Remember, the deepest mines. They are closed now for being too troublesome. That is where you will find what you need.
Alright, alright. Zoo's going through all this trouble to tell me this stuff, so if he's doing all this, taking all this trouble, I'm pretty much going to believe what he's saying. What's this?
You must be Master Gong's latest acolyte. I heard there might be a new recruit, but they typically aren't ready for service so quickly. Stripping a will can take time. But Master Gong is known for being generous to those who please him. You must be quite exceptional to be allowed into service so directly.
Oh, honey, don't you know it? Who are you?
I am a Lotus acolyte like you. My name is unimportant. I have not yet earned the right to have a title. I must prove my worth through service here. This device is the Soul Extractor. It has a loftier name, but we are here to glorify Emperor Sun through Death's Hand, not pay tribute to some distant celestial lord. It is mounted on an elevator that reaches deep into the necropolis. Until recently, we excavated bodies to extract spirits that lingered near their graves. The results were unpredictable. Now we use slaves. Freshly killed spirits make the best golems. The more painful the death, the better. The extractor is not gentle.
If this really is the Emperor's bidding, he is a true villain.
Thank you, Sky. The machine looks dangerous. Have accidents claimed any lives?
The Soul Extractor certainly kills whatever is placed within it, but little is left of the victim, so you cannot prove they did not belong there. Only a spirit shard remains. The golem press is far more dangerous, but I have nothing to do with that ungainly device. I prefer the elegance of ripping slaves apart.
The elegance of ripping slaves apart. I want to ask you some questions.
What kind of questions?
Hey, can the attitude. Can the attitude, Missy. I want to ask about the extractor and spirit shards.
If you must. It is a simple machine to operate. I'm sure you will come to enjoy the subtle joys of it.
How does the extractor function?
Slaves are placed in the extractor, and the extraction fluid produces exquisite agony. Focused by this pain, the soul is forced to crystallize into a spirit shard. That shard is implanted in a golem, infusing it with the energy of the deceased soul. Your task is the creation of a new shard for a Jade golem. Do not delay.
Do corpses still have souls to extract?
Spirits that die in trauma can linger near their mortal form. The Empire is soaked in blood. Many restless dead haunt the necropolis. But slaves produce a better result.
You store slaves here?
Only on the prison level. Many of the mines are impassable. The graves were never intended to be stable during excavation. Several have collapsed. Much of the surrounding ground is weak. We do not march too many golems at once. Even that might shake something loose.
Alright, let's turn to my other questions.
What kind of question?
Tell me about, tell me about the Lotus Assassins and our leaders.
Your place in the ranks of the Assassins is clear. What do you want to know?
Tell me about Death's Hand.
Death's Hand owns my soul, as he does yours and everyone else who has given themselves to him. In obedience and submission, we find our purpose. He is the living will of the Emperor. Through him, we are closer to the heart of the Empire.
Tell me about Grand Inquisitor Gia.
Grand Inquisitor Gia is the embodiment of the will of Death's Hand, even as he is the will of the Emperor. She governs us all while he is elsewhere. To defy her is to defy the Empire. Death is her first and last means of education on the matter.
First and last means. Nice. Tell me about the fortress.
It is our home, but not for much longer. With the golem forces of the Emperor almost complete, there is little to tie us here. When the army marches, so shall we. I do not imagine we will leave much behind us. The ground here is weak. Such a movement of power will likely shake the walls to their foundation.
Alright, my other questions.
What?
I must make a spirit shard for the Jade Golem.
Then you should select a suitable victim for the procedure. I would recommend one of the slaves on the prison level. Selecting from elsewhere could bring unfortunate results, and I would not wish to see you disgraced so early in your time with us. Use the lever to select a floor, and this platform will move there. You are free to go where you wish, but I would avoid the lower mines. They are restless.
Really? So you believe they are dangerous?
The older tombs have spirits that have festered in their hatred for ages. They are not easily controlled. That is why we use slaves to power the golems now. As well, the mines are simply not stable. Tombs can collapse, so we take care not to move too many golems at once, to avoid shaking the foundations of the fortress.
Alright. See ya.
You should get on with your work. Grand Inquisitor Gia is growing impatient for the Jade Golem to be completed. Select a suitable victim and create a spirit shard.
Okay, guys. We came from here, and we've got the lever here, and we have more doors here. Well, I thought that was a door. That's not a door. And that's not really a door. So, the only thing... Elevator controls. There are 3 subsurface levels accessible. Select the floor you wish to visit. You know what, guys? It's getting late, and I didn't want this session to run too long. So we're gonna continue this when we come back. So thank you again for watching, and until next time, love yourselves and love each other.